All great leaders have one characteristic in common. It is the willingness to confront unequivocally the major anxiety of their people in their time. This, and not much else, is the essence of leadership. John Kenneth Galbraith. Founded with aims and objectives to promote and advance professional administrative knowledge and best practice through workshop and seminars, the Association of Nigerian University Professional Administrators, ANUPA, is the mouthpiece of professional administrators in Nigerian universities. It is a forum for mutual education and cross-fertilization of ideas on universities. Thus, as a body, ANUPA firmly believes that the strength of every organization, and indeed every university, is in her people, teaching and non-teaching. Consequently, the thrust of its activities remains ensuring that a variety of trainings is made available in order for staff to be productive in their different roles within the university and develop as individuals. Staff development and training should therefore form a fundamental part of our universities. The association promotes individual and corporate welfare of members, arranges conferences for the exchange of ideas in the development of the administrative and management of higher education. A new leadership disposition may have taken off at the affairs and running of the Association of Nigeria University Professional Administrators, ANUPA, with the latest emergence of Dr. Victor M Bem as the new president. However, one must not forget that for a worthy leader to emerge, the predecessor must have laid a good foundation and example to enable a rank-free power shift. This appears to be the case during the conference and annual general meeting of ANUPA held at Public Service Institute in Abuja from Tuesday 23rd to Sunday 27th of November 2021 as distinguished executive committee members and delegates of the association all sang praise songs of the immediate past president, Barrister Titus Igwe. With this year's event themed Crisis, Collaboration and the Future of Higher Education in Nigeria, following the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, it definitely lived up to its billing as it was a gathering of elite from the universities across the nation. The president of the association, Barrister Titus Igwe, in his opening remark, expressed gratitude and welcomed everyone to this year's conference.
The year 2020, attendant COVID-19 pandemic, was a great challenge to us, both individually and collectively as an organization. The pandemic stopped all our annual ritual of meeting every November or December each year to take stock of our program and challenge as an organization. It has virtually affected every facet of our dear life and career, and indeed deeply touched our held notions and perceptions. It's also reawakened us to the daunting challenges of the 21st century university administration.
According to Barrister Igwe, this year's theme is timely and key, stating that some of the issues to be addressed include crisis of leadership succession, challenges of excellence in Nigerian universities, among others.
These topics were carefully chosen to address the critical challenges of university administrators and the Nigerian education system in meeting the expectations of the 21st century knowledge economy. The critical security challenges currently in Nigeria and its reverberating effects on students and education also have deepening effects on the environment of higher education and education managers. This year's conference will also feature our AGM and elections.
However, the president appealed to members to cooperate with the newly elected leaders in order to advance the course of ANUPA.
My appeal is that all should cooperate and ensure that we elect leaders who have genuine concern and consciousness to advance the cause of ANUPA. We shall be conscious of the people we elect and entrust the future of our dear association and indeed our future in their hands. They must be people of integrity, commitment and zeal to further the cause of ANUPA.
In a chat with CEOAfrica news crew, the president reiterated some of the achievements of his administration in the association. Barrister Igwe said,
"Before our coming on board, our debt fund didn't quite know about ANUPA. It is when we came in, we tried to get in to talk to the leadership, to the executive secretary and other people, and tell them about ANUPA and what it stands to achieve and so on. And there and then, they embraced ANUPA and listed it as #1 training body where they can sponsor people that attend within, in terms of local conferences and so on. We moved in to synergize and create awareness of the existence of ANUPA, its objective, its mission, and what it can do with the National Universities Commission. Movement for officers, national officers of the association, when we come to conferences, became an issue and so on. We went ahead and acquired a bus that will help ease off transportation difficulties of the national officers, help them do their work and so on. We strengthened the training capacity to ensure that people, the training gets to everybody by ensuring, one, there is training for the junior university administrators, that is administrative assistant to assistant registrars, senior university administrators and top management. And we maintained a rigid, consistent, apart from 2020 because of the effect of COVID-19, when we didn't have our AGM and the training for the senior and the junior administrators. Otherwise, through 2016, 2017, 2019, consistently, there was no time we did not organize such capacity building workshops for university administrators up to this 2021. That timetable, junior administrators April or March, senior administrators July, national AGM and convention November. We consistently maintained it and it continued to hold regularly as expected and create awareness and people from diverse places. We moved in before private universities knew little or nothing about ANUPA, and now we are not members. But we moved in. Right now I can tell you over 40 private universities are very active members of ANUPA.
He further stated that there are challenges as dealing with people is not easy, but his administration has been able to overcome the issues, fractions among members by uniting ANUPA into one body. According to Barrister Igwe, efforts have been put in place through consultations to ensure that the bill for making ANUPA chartered is passed by the National Assembly to enable the association to be recognized as a chartered body of university administrators. In his final remark, he told the news crew that he hopes that ANUPA becomes a source, a symbol of excellence, and builds relevant capacity for members to perform effectively and adequately to produce a better set of graduates from the system. The conference ended with the annual general meeting and election where a new set of leaders were elected to steer the affairs of ANUPA to the next level. The high point of the meeting was the presentation of financial report of the association before members of the association. One of the members of the association who spoke with CEOAfrica news crew observed that ANUPA is making progress numerically and intellectually, with about 3,000 members as at 2014 to about 9,000 members now. He applauded the efforts of the past administration for exemplary leadership and enjoined the new leaders to do more.
2014, we were just about 3,000. Now the membership number is about 9,000 something. So I think I can only say kudos to the National Executive for what they are doing for professional administrators in the university system. And I want to say well done for a job well done.
After a peaceful and hitch-free election, Dr. Victor M Bem emerged as the new president. Other elected officials include Chairman of Electoral Committee, Mr. Benue Adefarakan, presented certificates to the newly elected executives of the association. He further expressed joy over the success of the election and appreciated members for the opportunity given to him to head the committee and thanked the association for giving him an award. Speaking to CEOAfrica, the president appreciated the members for finding him worthy to lead them for the next 2 years. He pledged that he and his colleagues will do their best to move the association to greater heights. Dr. Victor M Bem pledged to give ANUPA visibility and ensure the completion of the ongoing secretariat.
I feel very excited, and then at the same time I feel a sense of responsibility, given that out of the all professional administrators in Nigerian universities, I have to coordinate them. That's why I say I feel a sense of responsibility. And I thank God for this opportunity because I really would want to contribute to the development of the association and by extension the universities in Nigeria at large.
He further stated that he will pursue the association's vision of being chartered. The outgoing president of the association, Barrister Titus Igwe, who expressed delight in handing over the mantle of leadership after completing 2 terms successfully, further stated that it is good for a leader to be succeeded by another, as this gives opportunity for continuity, and urged the newly elected officials to put in their best in running the affairs of the association. Some members who earlier showed interest in key positions stepped down for others in the spirit of unity and to apply the zoning policy, which gives both North and South equal opportunities.
Because of my chairman, not for anything, I am stepping down. After due consultation with my constituency and some critical stakeholders in ANUPA, I've decided to step down.
In the same vein, members of the Executive Council of ANUPA took time out to commend the efforts of the immediate past president of the society, Barrister Titus Igwe, on the successful completion of his tenure in office. Barrister Igwe, who was former National Legal Advisor of the association from 2006 to 2010, was elected into the office of President of ANUPA in November 2016. And during his time as president, achieved giant strides while piloting the affairs of the association.
Also have mini conference rooms so that they can move out assuming they want to get into sections, they can gradually regroup into smaller sections and discuss issues. The President's office is somewhere, the National Secretary's office is along that area too. Then mini hall, conferences and so on. And then rooms, again, guest houses, guest rooms that can contain national officers when they come down for meetings. It will also form part of the parking space in addition to the one while designing the building. But when we saw that this was a little small and we needed expansion in this year, we acquired the additional land with a view to using that now to serve as a part of further future development in terms of having a smaller building there to serve as a guest house for members.
The Executive Council members who spoke to CEOAfrica during the national conference were full of commendation and kudos for a job well done by the immediate past president. In the same vein, the Senior Deputy Registrar, Nnamdi Azikiwe University and former president of ANUPA, Dr. Oke Ikebunam, while stressing the core mandate of the body, which is training and professionalism, said the association had made it a point of duty to organize trainings annually for junior and senior administrative officers and the annual general meeting, which is meant for appraisal of members. He also had words of commendation for the outgone administration.
Achieved a lot for ANUPA. You know, management of, if you're any good student of management will tell you that management of human resources, there's no best way of management, and then that is even the worst, to manage people. And so now for you to manage people from different ethnicities in this macro organization called Nigeria, you must have something upstairs. So to that extent, he has achieved.
The immediate past ex-officio 2 of ANUPA, Samuel Caleb, said the association has been blessed to have someone as the outgoing president at the helm of affairs for the last 2 terms, adding that Barrister Igwe continued working behind the scenes even after his tenure and during the pandemic to ensure that ANUPA becomes chartered.
ANUPA actually has been very blessed to have someone in the person of Barrister Titus Igwe to lead this association for the last 5 years. 5 years being an extra year after the constitutionally allowed 2 terms of 2 years each. His tenure was supposed to lapse in the year 2020, but as you all know, the COVID-19 pandemic actually couldn't allow for a handover in the year 2020. However, we might say that it came in as a blessing in disguise for this 1 extra year that he put in spite of the pandemic. The gentleman actually was still working during that period, behind the scene. And within that period, I think we have recorded tremendous progress as an association. Well, during that same tenure, you know, the constitution of the association was tidied up to the document, the functional document it is today.
Bashir Abubakar, the immediate past financial secretary of ANUPA, described the outgoing president as one who believes in the hands of those working with him.
One of the things that I can vividly say is that he had serious trust in me, because whatever that he said when it comes to executing our responsibilities, we do it to the best of our ability. And that he saw in me, and he decided whatever that he do, he consults, and we do the best that we could during our tenure. And sincerely speaking, he started the issue of our secretariat.
While advising the incoming president, he warned him not to discard the present blueprint and foundation that has been laid as common in many spheres, stressing that he should rather leverage on existing protocols and move ANUPA to the next level.
Let's try to build on the achievement of the past administrations. Past administrations, not just this one. Make professionalism their watchword. Continue the trainings that we'll be having for capacity building of our members.
He is a transformational leader. You see, you look at leadership from different perspectives. Where somebody fails, another can succeed. We are not good 100%. We have our weaknesses, we have our strengths. And that's why you have an executive. So that when you notice a weakness somewhere, not every member of the executive is weak. So somebody will be there to reinforce. And that's why at the end of the day, you judge an administration whether they have done well or not they have done well. If they have done well, you say the president has done well. If they didn't do well, you say the executive. But in this case, I would say that they have tried.
Mr. Titus Igwe is dogged, he's strong, he's reliable. I have to say this because that's the character I saw in him, or I see and I'm seeing in him, because he's able to collect and work together with the other NEC members, that's the National Executive Committee. Because ANUPA is in different universities, federal, state, private, he had to harness all the resources to work as one. For him to do that as a professional administrator is a good quality that is positive for him.
What I would advise the administration that will be coming in is to just lean on the past. Leaning on the past means he has to, in a way, assess and integrate himself to, I'm talking of the president now, to what Barrister Titus Igwe has done, and move forward from there. Because naturally there is going to be a handing over note, and the handing over note will contain some of the achievements, some of the things that are expected to be done. He should just move on from there. And I'm sure if he does that, he will even achieve more.
The National Treasurer of the Association, Mrs. Tina Ugbome of Delta State University, Abraka, described the leadership of the association as hardworking and goal-oriented, stating that they have been able to build a secretariat for the association and worked towards uniting members despite the challenges of political fraction among members.
The truth is that the current administration has done very well. And the proofs are there to show. This current administration was able to build a secretariat. Though not completed yet, but it has reached a stage that meetings can be held in the place. And it's been a wonderful administration. Miles that were not reached before now was reached, and it has made ANUPA very enviable. Now everybody wants to be in the executive, and it's been wonderful.
Mrs. Ugbome further stated that very soon ANUPA will outshine other associations among the university system in Nigeria. She commended the effort of the outgoing president of the association for being goal-oriented and purpose-driven, which has led to the progress of the association during the 5-year term in office, and encouraged the new executive to follow suit.
He's a man of vision. He sets a goal and he wants to achieve it. He's a man of vision. That's not to say that he's a saint, but he has a drive, he has a passion for ANUPA. And for the period I've worked with him, I see that he wants to achieve whatever goal he has set.
Also speaking, the outgoing National Legal Advisor, Barrister Mrs. Hawa Lami Temin from University of Jos, stated the need for the Senate to pass a bill for the approval of the association to become chartered for recognition in Nigeria. being a body that trains administrators in the university system.
Under this administration, there has been a passion, first of all, to get ANUPA chartered. When we talk about being an association, because we've not been chartered, people just take it for granted and let's just come get our certificate and be going. We need to get it chartered, a bill passed by the National Assembly so that it's recognized officially as a professional body for university administrators. We have tried, put a lot of things in place to get it registered.
She expressed hope that ANUPA will be recognized even outside Nigeria and in other African countries.
The output is better and people are showing more interest. So a lot of branches have been inaugurated, a lot are coming on board. And incoming ESCO too will find that they should take advantage of these people showing interest to bring them in so that they also benefit from the trainings we're getting as ANUPA.
He has achieved a lot because it is under him that the ANUPA got a very wide coverage in so many activities. We have not missed any except for COVID. Since he came, we have not missed any training and workshop. He has done a lot. He has brought our national secretariat to a very appreciable level. Very soon, we are moving into that secretariat in Buhari, and that is a great achievement on his part.
Chairman ANUPA River State University, Chika Promise Walker, described Barrister Igwe as an achiever, a visionary and a record setter who brought in innovations into the association. He said,
"Have been very hardworking, brilliant young man, very effective, dynamic in terms of administration. You can witness first in history how the association is indeed moving forward the new normal. Look at the level of compliance. Today, we can use virtual to ensure that those who may not be able to come down here for this conference enjoy the program as it's supposed to be."
Hey, you gonna